Informed, non-inflamed. Economy.
If you want to get ahead of what is coming, then you need to read this book. It is called The Truth Machine, The Blockchain and the Future of Everything. Hi, everyone. John Daly here. Now, this book is also important because as we speak, we're hearing about Facebook coming out with a new international currency. To understand that currency called Libra, you need to understand the blockchain and why it is so different. I will hit on that at the end of this podcast here. Now, so you know, I have read about a half dozen books explaining the blockchain. This is the best book so far on blockchain and its future. Here are some key takeaways on The Truth Machine. First, the book is loaded with many companies that are already successfully using the blockchain. Second, most of our elites and our lawmakers don't get it. They are trying to stop the system that could make everybody a participant in the world economy without a third-party representation taking money from us. Third, this is a great business history book. Vigna and Casey go through the history of the double-entry accounting from ancient Arab lands that also caused the boom in our modern Western society and how it ties in to the blockchain. Fourth, the benefits of the blockchain outweigh some of the downsides. Yes, this is a private system that criminals could use. It could also be hacked, but it would take a monumental digital effort. Now, if you want more info and videos, go to my site, informednotinflamed.com, and go to the June 18th, 2019 post where I talk about blockchain and two other technologies that can save the world. Okay, so what is the blockchain? It is a new system of record keeping. But this is a record keeping that allows multiple thousands of people to see the same record. With Bitcoin, it is also an actual currency that increases with value, as we have seen lately, and it is used for transactions. Now, how does this happen? Blockchain is a computer algorithm or code which consists of multiple blocks strung together in a chain, a blockchain. When a block is added to the end of the blockchain, it is virtually impossible to alter the contents of the block. A hacker would have to change all of the blocks connected to it, not just one. Now, what does this do? Well, this is open source technology. Anyone can use it. It is also peer-to-peer transactions. That means you pay me directly without a bank or any other third party getting involved. You won't need a debit card, a credit card, or a smartphone to make payments. You might just need the retina in your eye. We no longer need the so-called trusted third-party institutions, governments and banks, to do our business. Right now, these gatekeepers dictate cost and what we can and cannot do. Think about what has happened over the last few decades. Can society really trust these record keepers or bankers anymore? Our misplaced trust in our bankers and record keepers led to Bernie Madoff, swindling investors, and also the Great Recession. Those bankers' books grossly gave us the wrong values to disguise there was nothing really there, but it was in the swindlers' accounts. As Vigna and Casey write here, balance sheets of some banks today are merely guesses, not actual values. Bitcoin and other currencies have changed all that. The record keeping is done on a ledger that everyone has access to. So, how about the economy at large, and specifically for people like you and me? How does this affect us? Or how about people who work in the gig economy or at home? Well, this is a game changer. The blockchain, according to Vigna and Casey, will free up the economy and bring in more people to be a part of it. If you have access to the blockchain, you literally have access to the worldwide economy on your own. The blockchain will make business more efficient and allow the entrepreneur to have more say. Casey and Vigna write about a rideshare company in Tel Aviv that is owned by the drivers. They make the money, not Uber or Lyft, taking the 25%. Casey and Vigna show how the blockchain helped a UN refugee camp in Syria. It kept a ledger of the refugees while controlling how the food was equitably distributed. Now, if your social media sites like Facebook use the blockchain, then you would have control over your content, not Facebook, which uses it now to make money from advertisers. Again, I will explain the Facebook currency Libra, which lacks real blockchain peer-to-peer aspects a little later. Granted, Many old line companies will fight this, but many big companies are already embracing the blockchain. Walmart uses IBM blockchain to monitor food deliveries. Tech companies like Microsoft and Intel are also jumping in. And why not? They will save money and they're more transparent. Even banks like JP Morgan Chase or Goldman Sachs will find that blockchain helps them with their customers' investments. But it won't necessarily help banks that are strictly transactional banks. U.S. and world politics will also play a big part in the adoption of the blockchain. Casey and Vigna are not complimentary of Donald Trump. They say he has offered nothing new, just the same old ideas covered in hot sauce, as nearly all D.C. lawmakers have as well. Now, here's the big point, though. Realize that many governments, not just the U.S., are heavy into debt. They have borrowed more money than they should. As a result, many currencies are going to be devalued so they can continue to do business and trade. That means businesses and citizens will have less value and will be looking for different currencies they can control. So let's hit the Facebook coin called Libra that I mentioned earlier. Notice that Bitcoin is decentralized, secure, and private. Facebook's Libra is not really like this, at least from my reading. Go to my Facebook and Twitter news sites for a ton of articles that I've actually posted on this. Now, Libra is just another bank-driven currency with Facebook and its corporate partners funding it and controlling it. Sure, it will make transactions easier, especially across borders and throughout the world, but your banking information and your content will be controlled by them, not by you. They will be making money off that. Remember the 2016 election. Give me your thoughts on this. More importantly, please immerse yourself in this. Technologies like blockchain, artificial intelligence, which I've already talked about, and e-commerce will be cutting millions of jobs, but it will also create great opportunity for anyone who is informed. That's Informed, Not Inflamed. Check out my Facebook and Twitter news sites that are at John Daly or Informed, Not Inflamed, and see my post at informednotinflamed.com. We'll catch you next time.
For more on John Daly, go to informednotinflamed.com.